Welcome to Studio 33. This is our very first podcast video from Blue Hill in the Joe McGranahan room. We had a lot of activity in this room over the years, a lot of history here, if the walls could talk. But my name is Denise Haddon, and I am with Sunbury Broadcasting, SBC Media Partners, and Valley Fusion. And I would like to introduce Maggie Ross.
Hello.
She is with Valley Fusion. We are partners. And then today we're going to be talking to someone extremely important in our area. His name is Terry, and he's going to talk to us about the 4th of July activities in Union County. So welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Happy to christen the room. It's great.
It is great to christen the room with this kind of thing. I love talking, so why not? You know,
we all do.
We all love to, but I love learning about people and what's happening in this area. So we work with Union County Fireworks and 4th of July and the Veterans Committee every year. But this year, Terry reached out and said, we want to bump it up a notch. We'd like to get Valley Fusion involved to help with the promotion. We want to make this a big deal. So we grabbed on to Maggie and let us know what we should start with first, because there's so much happening.
Boy, I don't know where to start. I guess we could say it's already started. River Stage Community Theater kind of already got us going this past weekend with their first performances of 1776.
Yes.
There are 3 more next weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you want that kickstart, go there. Go to River Stage and get your patriotic spirit going.
Oh, that sounds great. And they're going to have it early on Friday night, right?
Yes. So their normal evening show time is 7:30. On Friday, they're going to do it at 6 to allow you to go to the show and still get down to Wolf Field and see the fireworks and the drone show and the bands. And
Well, I mean, we're going to be there. We're going to be there with the radio station. I believe Kevin and Drew are hosting that. And Maggie and I will be there with Valley Fusion as well. So what are we going to do? What are we doing on Friday night? There's a lot going on. What should we start with?
So let's start with dinner. So get there about 5 o'clock. The food vendors will be there, about 13 of them or so. Pretty much everything you can imagine, but they're ready to go. And I said, we're going to have a big crowd, so make sure you're loaded with food and they'll be good. They'll be ready. And then at 7 o'clock, Lucky Afternoon Band takes the stage in center field. And they'll do a veterans tribute. They're going to play for about 2 hours, and then WQKX kind of takes over and fills some of the airspace till when Lucky Afternoon Band is done and when the fireworks and drone people deem it dark enough to fire. And then we'll do a little bit of programming in between. Some of our sponsors have a chance to talk. We'll have a little special treat for the national anthem this year that we normally do. Just a little different because everything's a little different, a little bigger this year for the 250th. And then it's go time with the drones first. 250 drones for 250 years.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So Tom Morgan, I wasn't thinking about it. Tom Morgan, when I was in here in March, he said, 250 for 250. Like, yeah, that's right, Tom.
Oh, you did that on purpose.
Yeah, but sure. My secret's out. So we'll have the drone show, and the best place to see that drone show is going to be from Wolf Field or Wise in Lewisburg.
Okay.
It's when you think about the fireworks, you have a 360 viewpoint kind of, right, from fireworks. But with the drones, it's more two-dimensional. So if you're not at Wolf Field or Wise, they're going to pivot it a little bit. But if they went 360 with the drones, the show would kind of lag and get kind of boring because that's not how they're set up. But Wolf Field, why wouldn't you go? That's where you're going to be. That's where the food's going to be.
It's where it is.
And Wise too. Wise will have some food too, I'm sure. So those are the places to be.
Wow. And I guess we're going to have some, Rosses there this year now that Maggie is coming. And I love her story. Like, she's got history with the Declaration of Independence. So that's exciting to me.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, while I was a kid, I thought I was, big stuff, but no, it's neat. But that's the thing, though. Our area is laced with so much history that I think having this 250th celebration is just, that's what makes it exciting.
It is exciting. I remember when it was the 1976. I remember that. I was 5. And I remember all the fun things people did. But
It wasn't even a blip on the radar yet.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm dating myself. But I'm just excited to be in the room with somebody that is related to Betsy Ross. That's crazy.
By marriage.
But
By
still.
marriage.
It's
Yes.
cool. And we just found out about
cool.
this like right before they turned the mics on. And we're like,
didn't
wait,
know
really? That's cool.
So the story is my family immigrated here from Ireland, I think a little bit from Scotland too. My Uncle Dan, who's 92, he's like the family historian. You should really have him.
Love to talk.
Should have him in. But long story short, our ancestor, George Ross, signed a Declaration of Independence. He was one of our founding fathers. His son was married to Betsy Ross. I forget how many years they were married, I think up until his death. But there were brothers of George who all fought in the Revolutionary War. And where we live now in Rockefeller Township is where one of those brothers settled through a land grant for fighting in the Revolutionary War because they didn't have money to pay everybody. So that house he built is still standing. It's at the bottom of Dornsife Mountain, owned by the Dries family. And then our farm that we live on is just around the corner. And that's actually Captain John Bloom's home. That was a land grant. And he's buried in my backyard with his wife. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, you know.
Really cool.
It is. And like I said, this whole area has so much history. I mean, look at Sunbury.
Yeah.
Not to stray off of Lewisburg, but Sunbury's older than the country is. So
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
It's just, I love it. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's
cool.
so neat. It's just so neat to hear stories like that.
Yeah.
Especially when we're going to be seeing reenactments. Is that right? We're going to see some?
There will be someone portraying Betsy Ross. It'd be awesome if you got a picture with them.
Yeah,
That'd be really, really cool.
We'll do.
But yeah, we don't mind you straying off of Lewisburg. I mean, Lewisburg's, we're fortunate that they play host to this every year. But this is the community. This is the region's event, right? Where the Union County Veterans 4th of July Committee, with very long name, but we want every veteran, everybody from the Susquehanna Valley to really get into this and get on board and really have fun and in a kind of a nonpartisan way. Like we have a lot of groups coming and a lot of veterans, and one rule that we're fairly strict on is no campaigning, right? Let's leave politics at home for a weekend and let's get out and just celebrate America and the freedoms that we have to say whatever we want for the other 364 days a year.
I point out the fact that it's just not Lewisburg or Snyder County oriented, that it is an event for all around. And I'm embarrassed to admit that when Denise brought this idea to me and said about this event, I never heard of it. And I spent a lot of time in Lewisburg. That's the best place to go walk around and shop and eat. My daughter loves it there.
Yeah.
So I was super excited to learn about this and see what all goes into it. This is a great, great event for everybody around.
Yeah, I've been to the parade many times, and I've seen the fireworks. But this year, we're going to be in the parade, as well as SBC Media Partners. And then after the parade, what's happening right after?
So the parade starts at 10. We have a scheduled flyover if the weather cooperates.
I heard that rumor, yes.
It's going to be loud. So if you're not up by 10 on Saturday, you're going to be up at 10 on Saturday when it goes over. So we'll have that at 10 o'clock, and then we'll honor our veterans. We have 10 bands, marching bands, all kinds of different community groups. After the parade, there are a couple things. So the parade will go the normal route down Market Street and then turn on to 3rd. And then at 3rd and St. George, the parade route it's a little shortened, so we can have our bigger bands return back to Huffnagel Park.
Yeah.
So at the end of the parade, our bigger bands will have kind of mini concerts. You would call them 10 or 15-minute mini concerts. And then so they'll play for a little while for us. And then at 1:30, I think there's going to be an overlap. North Shore Railroad is doing train rides at 1:30 and 3:30. So you can get tickets. The easy ways to go on our website, ucveterans4thofjuly.org, so 4thofjuly.org. And it's going to be the inaugural run of their 250th unit. If you haven't seen it yet, it's cool. It's like I don't know how to describe it.
Sure.
It's amazing. North Shore.
Oh,
Yep,
wow.
North Shore. The artist will be there, the guy who painted it.
Yeah.
I got to meet him a couple weeks ago. They had a like an open house kind of photo op thing, and he's a pretty cool guy. And the work is just amazing. The detail work is amazing, and to hear him say what went into that, you're like, oh my gosh. But
I can't even
impressive.
imagine.
Yeah,
Can't either.
painting a locomotive, like holy cow.
Wow.
It seems like this whole event, a lot goes into it. And one thing that I always find fascinating that I like to put out amongst the public, because some people think that, oh, you pull all this out of your pocket and it's a boom, done, quick thing. So I'm interested to know, like, what's the planning like for this? When is this, what all goes into this? Sponsors,
When do you start?
Yeah.
Have already started for next year.
Oh.
That's the smart way to do it.
Maybe
For this year, we started 3 years ago. We started kind of setting aside. So we meet once a month, and then the months of May and June we meet twice a month, or just because there's so much that ramps up. But 3 years ago, we said, okay, in our monthly meetings, we're going to set aside just 10 minutes, 15 minutes of meeting time to talk about 2026. And now that it's actually here, you're like, oh my gosh, it's actually here. Like what we've been talking about for 3 years. And that's why like this one's extra special. I mean, it's kind of, you mentioned like you weren't a blip yet. I think I was a blip in July of 76, barely.
I was 84, baby.
Yeah. I was born January 77, so I was sort of there, right?
Yeah.
But this is a kind of, for me, I know I'm probably not seeing 99, right? If I do, that's fine. But to me, this is a once in a lifetime thing for me. And, maybe once a generation, maybe twice a generation for some, but that's it. Like you only get to kind of celebrate this 50-year milestone, probably twice maybe in your lifetime. So
Right, that's true.
we've got to make it good.
Yeah, and I think in a world where everybody's so divided right now and there's all this stuff, to see something exciting like this brings so many people together, enjoy the day, celebrate what all goes into this and what it all stands for, I think is such a positive, thing for everybody.
And it's the main point. So, we want to honor our veterans, and we'll have about 100 veterans in the parade, which is really, it's cool. It's a good, it's a nice number. Of course, more. We always want more. And some are just shy. So the veterans that are participating in the parade, there's probably, I don't know how many, maybe another 50 or so that just like to come to the parade and watch and don't want to go through. And that's fine too. It's their parade. They said, is it okay? I'm like, yes, it's okay. It's your parade. It's for you, which, makes them kind of shy and blush. But I'm like, we can't do what we do in our nation without you.
Right.
I can't see a veteran without crying.
I know. I have to say thank you every time.
Absolutely.
It's
so
great.
Veterans, first responders, just people who make a positive impact in our communities. That's who we're there to honor. And we'll throw out and catch some candy too. And we have about 1,000 Betsy Ross flags that we're going to be giving out along the parade route. So it should be a special day.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait. Do you have any veterans that are personal and close to you that are going to be there?
Actually, we have a veteran coming from Lubbock, Texas.
Wow.
So he's my brother's father-in-law. So my brother's coming in from Fort Worth. His father-in-law lives in Lubbock, and he said, yeah, he wants to come watch. I said, why should he come watch? Come be in it, right? So we had a veteran from Kansas a couple of years ago. So we're starting to stretch a little more.
Yeah.
But, maybe we'll get one from Hawaii or California or something someday. But.
Well, if anyone's watching this and they don't live right here and you want to come. I mean, if you live anywhere in the world and you are a veteran of the United States, please join us.
I do have to ask the question because you know what happens when there's a parade anywhere in this area. There's chairs set out early.
Yeah. Saving spaces,
parking, what's that situation like? What should people know of how to prepare?
So one, I love to see the chairs. That's coming up. Real, like seeing the first chairs out is like awesome.
Well, they're great for parades, just not during snow season.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully no snow this week.
Yeah, it becomes a bit of a Philly thing or South Philly thing when you start putting chairs out when it's going to snow. But love seeing the chairs out. Parking. So there will be parking up around Bucknell University, so up like around Soika Pavilion, around the Elaine Langone Center. So we're at the corner of Moore and 7th. And then we have golf carts to shuttle people wherever they need to go. So if you're in the parade, we could take you to your spot, to your lineup spot. If you are just a spectator, not just a spectator, we need spectators to make this thing extra awesome.
Right.
But if you're a spectator, we can just say, hey, I want to go down to this intersection, and then we figure it out from there. We've added some handicapped accessible parking this year, so it might not be accessible to some, but we get the question a lot, is there handicap parking? So we're actually the parking lot behind the post office in Lewisburg, if you, that block, that's going to be designated handicap parking.
Oh, good to know. That's my favorite place to park. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
you're out this year.
It's all right.
We just, the golf carts are helpful, but if somebody has, mobility issues, to go out of the car, into the golf cart, out of the golf cart. But now we could just go out of the car, maybe into a chair or quick walk down the sidewalk, and you're there. So again, make it accessible to as many people as we possibly can.
And I think it's great that you guys account for that. There's so many places and people that don't, that's not, a thought. So thank you for that.
Sure. No problem.
Yeah, well, can you just sort of run through the places where people should stand and wait for the parade? Like, where does it start? Where's the first
good
person?
question. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you can really start anywhere along the route. Probably 8th and Market is the beginning part. We have some formation at 8th and Market, even spilling down the line. As more people keep calling, I'm like, I got to keep pushing the line up or expanding. So the parade route goes from 8th-ish and Market all the way to 3rd. And then turns right, and then starts heading up towards Bucknell's campus. Okay. And then at 3rd and St. George, there's a Civil War monument there. That is, we could call that the end of the parade, because that's where we start diverging the bigger bands back to Huffnagel.
Yeah.
So some people like that little stretch between the monument and like the President's Grove up at Bucknell, but you're going to miss the bigger bands. So I think you gotta come back and see it.
Also, everybody's spread out, so there's bands spread out the entire parade.
So the bands will be walking. Yeah, if I did my job right, which we'll see, the band should be spread out enough. So as one band, you hear them tailing off, like in the music, the other band should be coming in. You guys know all about, mixing music around here.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
We
know I don't.
Well, did you create the soundtrack?
No. I'm leaving that up to you guys.
Us,
yes.
Right? Okay, so I just wanted to make sure, because I thought we were creating the soundtrack, but when you said that, I thought, oh my gosh, maybe he's doing it
for the fireworks. So you guys will do fireworks.
Yes, our Rob Center does that.
Yep. The people who are doing the drones, they're going to do that part of it, just because they have the timing down, and they so
right, and we can pump that through if that'll help.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
And so after the parade is over, then everyone's welcome to come to Huffnagel Park. Then are there vendors and things going to be there?
I think we have about 9 different food vendors there. We have some tents set up, and then again, keep the music going. I don't know how long. It depends how long the bands want to play. But we have 2 string bands, 2 mummers bands coming. 2 drum and bugle corps.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 2 mummers.
That is awesome.
Well, Frowlinger's been here every year as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And then Greater Kensington's joining them this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's great.
Serious down
there.
Yeah,
I grew up watching Mummers Parade, so but I've always been in the parade, and when I've watched the parade, I was in with my dance group, so I never got to see everyone else. I never got to see all the people, and so I can't wait to. Well, hopefully, I'm in the middle or something, so that I could see people
it's like
behind
our
us.
We host the event, and we never get to take part in it.
maybe since maybe you got to start at the parade relic come down to Market Street, and then once it starts getting then you got to do a little sprint back to your car. But we have the American Originals Drum and Fife Corps, which they're really so cool. Yeah, I mean it's literally like drum and fife like they played in revolutionary times, and some of the music you heard at 1776 if you get there.
Yeah.
But they've been here for the last at least 5 years. But they're really good, just different sounds, and that you don't see every day or hear every day.
And that's what we need around here. Different.
Yeah, we need people to
different.
their mind, open their
Right.
minds, and see more things.
Miss Pennsylvania will be here. It's always she was just crowned on Saturday, I believe. So it's always cool. Like we're usually one of her first like public appearances, right? When she
good.
comes here. Yeah. She couldn't do it last year because there was I guess the scheduling for the actual Miss America pageant took precedent over us. I don't really know why,
either.
but it's always just cool to have her there, and she takes her pictures, and of course she's always so, so great to be with. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's shining and smiling. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to everything. So, and then when does it wrap up? At the end of Saturday?
Yeah, we sleep then Sunday a lot. But no, 1776 will have a couple more shows Saturday night, and then Sunday, I believe, afternoon. But then, so the train rides will go again from 1:30 and 3:30.
Okay.
So then the vendors can stay until 6 or as long as they like. But I ended the permit at 6, so they need to get packed up by 6, and we need to reopen that parking lot. So yeah.
Well, that's good to know. I wanted to make sure people they miss the parade for some reason. You can still come out and have fun and eat some food and listen to some fun bands.
And the reason we moved to Huffnagle Park a few years ago was to get more people to stick around downtown and take advantage of what Lewisburg's downtown has to offer. So,
well, that was a question too. Will downtown businesses be open as well to take advantage of, the day and the crowd and?
Yep, we hope so. We think those coffee shops Lewisburg's one of the best coffee towns in the state or the country now, was declared, right? But they should be pretty busy Saturday morning, I think, with people lining up, waiting. But you've got a lot of choices there, which
I already know where I'll be going.
Is Hungry Run going to be open? It's my first thought.
She's not thinking about coffee.
No.
I don't know. How well do you know the owner? Maybe they can make it happen.
Yeah.
Well, not well enough.
That's great. Oh, this is great. Good stuff. Thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about what's happening. We're excited to be a part of it. I know the station is, and I can speak for both of us with Valley Fusion. We're really happy to help promote this.
Awesome. So, thanks for your support. All the years you guys have done the soundtrack. You've been awesome. Like all of Sunbury Broadcasting has been great. So
we love it. We love helping.
Well, we're happy to jump on board, and hopefully we can keep this going till next year and the years after that. So. This is fun stuff. I'm excited about it. So my daughter is 2, and she's 10. So this is cool stuff for her.
She's prime candy catching age.
Oh no, she's going to be
in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's going to sit on the back of Denise's convertible and wave like a beauty queen.
Okay.
Then
we got to introduce her to Miss Pennsylvania.
She's got to throw some candy then.
That's right. We will work on that.
All right.
She'll love that.
Oh, she loves it. That's when I said parade. She was like, "Mommy, I better be in it with you." I was like, "Whatever you want, Paisley."
She could save some pocketfuls for herself. We won't tell.
Yeah, that's what she usually does. She steals the candy.
Me too. What's wrong with that? All right. Well, Terry, thank you so much. And Maggie, thank you for being here.
Of course.
And we're looking forward to the weekend. We'll see you Friday. And I'll see you in the studio again this week too.
Yes, you will.
So we'll have a lot of fun this week, and it starts right now.
It's underway.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.